the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Panthers and the Eagles, and it's coming up next.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jamar Chase, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in. That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 17 yards out. And the Eagles respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Carolina. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And able to get this out to the 25. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the bootleg. Alexander. Throw left side complete. That's Franklin.
2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Alexander. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The Eagles hit 3-0 here in the month of September. They coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Eagles called on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
To throw, here's Nix.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
One thing should hurt before when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week. They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
3rd down and 6. Throwing Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They run on 1st down with Jackson.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
Wide open receiver complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. Panther football to start quarter number 2. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. To throw is Nix.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air.
And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. In motion goes the tight end. Throwing to start the drive. Alexander. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw. Alexander. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Franklin. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. They'll look to throw again.
He'll get that complete to Franklin.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reed. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Alexander. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are back within a score.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Hands it off out of the gun. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Nix to the air.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Looking to throw. Alexander. And he's got his man in stride. Complete.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
This is 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Alexander gets past one man. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. In motion, the tight end. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. In motion comes the tight end left. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Alexander able to find the open man. That's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Operating from the gun, Alexander. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Waddle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coach. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Eagles offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's a 2nd and 8. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw. Alexander. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Nix from the shotgun. Short throw caught by Bowers.
Just a gain of a couple there. And 3rd and 1 now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Working out of the gun is Nix. That is caught. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And now here's a carry heading left.
He'll get this up to about the 44. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Nix.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Here's Nix.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Back to the air with Nix.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2nd and 11. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Nix.
That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Looking to throw. Nix to the goal line, but it's incomplete. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Operating from the gun. Nix firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll try to run this one in. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. To throw from his end zone. Alexander. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Alexander. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
There's a quick throw caught out wide, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That's taken in by Franklin.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup. brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Alexander. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. To throw, here's Nix. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3.
It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Throwing Nix. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Now 2nd and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. To throw is Nix. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Nix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Nix.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Nix looking to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Operating from the gun, Alexander. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw, Alexander. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
2nd down and 6 now.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Off play action, Alexander. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Offside, defense.
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Back to throw again. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Back to throw. Alexander
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
This is 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point.
He's back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
He'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. backfield. That's complete.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down.
Back to throw.
Open man is Chase, complete.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bowers. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. 12 yards between them and the end zone. 2nd and 10. Nix to throw again. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. Now it's Nix.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this
Neutral zone
against?
infraction, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
So